The palace halls of Damascus fell silent as Omar bin Abdul Aziz ascended to the position of caliph. Gone were the lavish decorations and extravagant displays that had marked previous reigns. Instead, the new leader's first act was to sell the royal treasures, distributing the wealth to the poor and needy. It was the year 717 CE, and the Islamic Empire stretched from Spain to India. While previous rulers had lived in luxury, Omar chose a life of simplicity. He wore patched garments and lived in a modest home, believing a true leader should live no better than the poorest of his people. Each morning, Omar would sit in the courtyard, listening to the grievances of common citizens. One day, an elderly woman approached, trembling as she spoke of land seized from her family by a royal cousin. Without hesitation, Omar ordered the land returned, declaring, "Justice knows no family ties." His reforms touched every corner of society. He abolished unjust taxes that burdened farmers and merchants. He established schools and hospitals open to all, regardless of faith or status. When his wife offered him her jewels to help the state treasury, he donated them to support orphans and widows. Yet perhaps his most remarkable quality was his mercy. When dealing with criminals, he sought to reform rather than punish. He built houses of rehabilitation instead of prisons. Even his political opponents found themselves treated with unexpected kindness. One evening, as Omar worked by candlelight reviewing petitions from his people, his son asked why he exhausted himself so. The caliph replied, "If a single person in my realm goes to bed hungry or afraid, I will have to answer for it before Allah." 2.5 years into his reign, Omar fell ill. As he lay on his deathbed, those around him wept, not for the passing of a ruler, but for the loss of a father figure who had transformed their world through justice and compassion. His brief reign became known as a golden age of Islamic civilization, where righteousness prevailed over power and mercy triumphed over might. Though he ruled for only 30 months, Omar bin Abdul Aziz left an eternal legacy, showing how one person's commitment to justice and mercy could illuminate the path for generations to come.